One good thing I can tell you, oh, I'm finally done. Bedtime is over now. I finally come home to my only one now. I've done left things behind. Today on the Arts Report, Art Summit 2010, singer-actor Alexz Johnson, slam poet Jamie DeWolf, and a next installment of the folk festival series, Jeremy Fisher and Said the Whale. Hello, and welcome to the Arts Report for June the 30th. I'm Adam Janusz, and you're listening to CITR 101.9 FM or online at citr.ca. I never think I'm going to make it to the end of the intro music, but then somehow I do. So here we are, another episode. It's we're going to have a great show for you, including not only an interview but a performance with Alexz Johnson for her new disc called Voodoo. She came to our studio and did a lovely performance. And we'll also talk to Jamie DeWolf, who is not only a slam poet, but is also the great-grandson of L. Ron Hubbard, the creator and founder and guru of Scientology. And he has a lot to say about Scientology. And so we have quite a long interview with him on the show today. But first, we'll be talking about Arts Summit 2010. The West Coast Celine, as in Celine Dion. Then she had her own show. She was the star of Instant Star on CTV. And then that show was cancelled. And then she had a record deal, a major record deal. And then that became nixed as well. But none of that has stopped Alexz Johnson. And so she has decided to go the independent route and to come out with her own album, major record label or no major record label. And she's done it. She's come out with her new CD called Voodoo, and she came in studio to tell us about the disc and tell us about the challenges that go hand in hand with not having major label support and skating the fine line between your own independent voice versus what the mainstream demands. And so here is our interview, and then we'll also have a song, an acoustic performance later on in the show. All right, so Alexz, welcome to the studio.
Hello, thanks for having me.
All right, tell me about Voodoo. What is it?
Voodoo is basically my first opportunity to get my songs out there, to get my music out there. What's been so cool about this record is that it really is the kind of music that we want to make, and there was nobody having an opinion or telling us what to change or lyrically what to change or vocally, and it's just a true reflection of, you know, of the music inside of me at the time when we did this album.
Tell me about a little more about what's gained by being more indie, because, for example, like you were on Instant Star, and that had a certain sound, right? A certain upbeat kind of thing, and then if you're with a major label, there are certain demands in terms of the sound that they want. What do you gain by not having those pressures on you? You know,
with this, to be honest, I never felt legitimate. You know, Brendan and I wrote a lot of the songs for Instant Star, and that was separate from me, so that was cool. And, I mean, financially it was great, because everything, you know, just basically went back into the music that we wanted to make. But I think it's different for everybody, but for me, it was just a sense, I never felt legitimate. Even when I was signed with major labels, I'd look at people, and I just felt like it was never, because, you know, when you have your own sound as an artist, and you have a real, true idea of what you want to do, it's really hard to have so many cooks in the kitchen. And I remember I'd go, like, beat red, like, people would be like, oh my gosh, you're an artist signed with Sony in the US, and they're flying you all over the world, and I'm thinking, I feel like such a douchebag, because I just know they're going to screw me over. You know, you just feel like they're so unstable. So a confidence, being able to just, like, you know, you're not making as much, you're struggling, but if it's like you're doing what you want to do, and that's huge. So integrity and confidence is probably what it gives you.
Cool. I'm looking at the CD the art and the website, and it's got a very kind of old Hollywood, Indiana Jones kind of Casablanca kind of vibe. Does that also carry on in the music? There's also a bit of a sort of old school vibe in the music.
Yeah, there is. We tried. We wanted each song to kind of cohesively. We wanted it to sound like a whole and sound like the same artist, but in each song we kind of want to take you to a different place. So there's like this kind of western, like Clint Eastwood film sounding track, and there's like a Mr. Jones, which sounds kind of like 1930s, like film noir. So it's a lot of the songs sound very cinematic to me. So that's why I kind of wanted to bring in the like the movie theme.
And tell me about what's next. You've got some exciting performances and events.
Yeah. So yeah, after doing this this album, we thought, because it's indie and we kind of wanted to build in Canada and just kind of let it do its thing. There's been some interest from actually, I did a show, I did North by Northeast last week, and Nelly Furtado came with her husband, and he's doing, his name's Demo Castellion, Demo in the industry, but he's doing remixes of Voodoo and Trip Around the World, because the production of the songs is just very, it's very, very indie sounding, and people seem to be, finding this album and wanting to bring the songs, to a standard that, because radio is such a sound right now. Like a lot of songs on radio, I feel like have a format that they fit. But I still think if the songs are different enough and